Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to deal with date and time function and also how to format a date function. So here from the formula function under there is a date and time function also. So here you can see a list of date and time function, and from this we are going to learn a few that might be used for future frequent. Okay, so let's begin with today function. So what does that today function refers for? It gives you the current system date, whatever the system date shown here or whatever the system date has set by this computer system itself, it will be displayed in the today's function. So Excel will calculate the system date and it will output it as a result whatever the system date shown here. It will be the output which will be given by the today function. So as you can see that date is 13/7/2020, and here also you can see the date is 13/7/2020. So when I opened this Excel sheet tomorrow, the date which displayed here will be changed by tomorrow's date, that means 14/7/2020. So what I am trying to say is today function is not a static function. So what is a static function and a dynamic function? Static function means the value or the outputted result by a function will remain constant or remain same for long time. So this is what mean by static. So what is dynamic? Are you a dynamic in nature? So what does that dynamic mean? You are a rapid changer. That means the value or the mood of yours will be changed according to the situation. So like that we all are in dynamic in nature, but the system might have a static in nature and also a dynamic in nature. So this function today is a dynamic in nature function, which means that when I open the same Excel sheet tomorrow, the date will be changed because today function will collect or fetch the date, the current system date, right? So when we open the same Excel sheet by tomorrow, the today function will check for the system date, so that will be in 14/7/2020. So this cell might show the date as 14/7/2020 in spite if you did the worksheet today also. Okay, so if you want to make this particular cell as a static instead of dynamic, you have to press this shortcut key, that means control key plus semicolon key. If you press this key simultaneously or the whole together, if you press these two keys, this particular cell becomes static in nature. So now I am going to press control key along with the semicolon key. Now this particular cell becomes static instead of dynamic. So when I opened the same Excel sheet for tomorrow, the date won't be changed since I make this particular cell as static in nature. So what is the next function, which is now? Now is a function which will also fetch the system date along with the system time. So when I typed now here, it not only gives the current date, it also gives the current time also. So this one is also dynamic in nature. So if you want to make it also as a static, you have to press the same key for making this also as a static function or static cell. So what does this day, month, year? These are the three functions to filter out which is the day of this date, which is the month of this date, and which is the year of this date. So as you can see that the year, which is obviously clear for us, that is 2008 is the year. But what about the day and month? Since we have day from 0 on to 12, and we also have month from 1 to 12, so it might generate a confusion like is 2 is the month or a day, or 8 is a month or a day. So to avoid that kind of ambiguity, you have to simply keep this function to filter out which is the day and which is the month. So I'm going to apply the same function here. So equals day, and you have to select the particular cell and close the bracket and press enter. So now 2 is the day. So what will be the month? It will be 8, right? So we have the same functions like day, month, and for year also we have year. You have to select the particular cell, and here is it. So there might generate some confusions like this. If the day is equal to or less than 12, okay, so in that situations we might have to use these three functions. So what does this date function refers for? So date function is mainly used to join together with the day, month, and year. So the above three functions like day, month, and year, which will filter the day, month, year one by one, but the date function will collect all the day, month, year together and form in a structure like a date format. Okay, so here I'm going to apply it. So here also I'm going to apply this filtered out data. So year comes first, month comes second as argument, and day comes third parameter. So here is it, the date. Okay, so these are the basic date and time functions, and now we will learn on how to add or subtract days of a day. So here we have a date 13/7/2020, which is a today date. Okay, so here I'm going to add this date along with 3 days. Okay, so what we are going to do is equals this equals this day, this cell, plus how many days I have to add, which is 3, right? So I simply type 3 here. So as you can see that 13th day, that means from today we have added 3 days more. So what about date minus 3 days? That is also the same format like the current date or the selected cell minus 3. Okay, because I want to add 3 days and also I want to subtract 3 days. So here I have added 3 days and here I am going to subtract 3 days. So this is it. So this is how we can add or subtract days. Okay, suppose if you want to add or subtract month, then what should we have to do? For that we have to use edate function. Okay, so how we can use this edate? Edate function have a start date and a month as parameters or arguments. So we have the same date here, along with I have to add 3 months, right? So I have to simply put the number here. So it added 3 months, 13/10/2020. So like this, here also I am going to add, sorry, I am going to subtract 3 months from current month. So this month comma 3, sorry, minus 3. See, it has subtracted the months. So to add or subtract days, just you have to select the date cell along with the number. But if you want to add or subtract month, you have to use edate function. Okay, then what about if you want to add or subtract years? So here also you have to use the same edate function. I have already applied with one illustration. Equals edate B21. B21 means this date comma 36. How it comes 36? So if here I want to add or subtract years, right? So edate has parameters like start date and month. So by default Excel will consider the second argument as month increment or month decrement. So you have to specifically convert the year count into month also. So here I have to add or subtract 3 years, right? So 3 into 12, that is 36. Here we have 12 months for a year, and I'm going to add with 3 years. So 12 into 3 is 36. That is what here it does. So 13/7/2023, it will, this date will be added with 36 month, and this will be resulted as 13/7/2023. What about this? If you want to subtract 3 years from current year, so here also I'm going to put minus 36 as argument. So it will be subtracted with 3 years from the current year. So as you can see that 2020 minus 3 is 2017, and 2020 plus 3 is 2023. So this is how we can add or subtract years. The last two functions are network days and network days.intl. So what is these functions used for? So these functions are mainly used to calculate the total number of working days. Okay, for that, suppose we have independence. Okay, suppose we have Kerala Piravi Day on November 1st, and also we have what Gandhi Jayanti on 2nd October 2020. So as a whole, we know that we have 365 days, and from this 365 we might have a count of Saturday, Sundays, and also we also have this Saturday and Sunday, no, and we don't know the count of Saturdays and Sundays also. And in between that also that what we are going to apply is, that means if we want to calculate total number of working days from a particular date to a particular date, so that particular dates that we are going to apply might be a Saturday or a Sunday, or these dates 01/11/2020 and 02/10/2020 might be a Sunday or a Saturday, that we don't know, right? So we just want to calculate how many working days that we have to work. So for that we have to use this network days. So here you can see that we have to input start date, end date, and holidays. The third argument, which is in the square bracket, so we don't need to apply, or we don't need to give mandatory as a third argument. So we have to give the start date and the end date. Before that, I'm going to give a start date and an end date like this: 1st January 2020 and 31st December 2020. Okay, so we don't know whether the 1st January of 2020 was a Saturday or Sunday, and December 31st was a Saturday or Sunday. So we are going to apply this function to find out how many working days we have in this year from this date to this date. Okay. Wait a minute, I already put it as a date form, so general. So here is it. We have 262 working days excluded Saturdays and Sunday. So this might be calculated with these dates also. Since it comes under 2020, these dates are also calculated in between these two dates, right? So if you want to add this also as parameter, then you have to just simply put comma, start date, end date, comma. Instead of I'm going to add this count, the 1 2, instead of giving this 2 as count, we don't know whether 1 November is a Sunday or Saturday, and also 2/10 is a Sunday or Saturday. We cannot confirm it. So we are, instead of giving 2 as count, we are simply going to put these 2 as the arguments. Okay, these 2 as argument, and I simply entered. So here it comes count as 261, which means that either Kerala Piravi or Gandhi Jayanti, that comes as a Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so this is how we can calculate how many working days that we have to work from a particular date to a particular date. Since we have illustrated from a January to December, it might change from a July to next July. That means 2020 July to 2021 July. It might change according to our requirement. We might have to calculate from March to March working days, total number of working days from this March to next March. So for that manner also we can use this function. So what does this network days.intl? So intl stands for international. So international refers for we know that as a software professionals, they might get leaves on international holidays also, if their company is working under an international software packages. So they also get affected with these holidays, right? So to calculate that also, we have a function like network days.intl, and here also we have start date, end date, weekend and holidays. So here also we can give the same parameters, start date, comma, end date, close the bracket. This is also formatted as date. Yeah, so this is also 262, and equals network.intl, the starting date, comma, end date, comma. Here you can see a list of weekends like Saturday Sunday, Sunday Monday, Monday Tuesday, Tuesday Wednesday, Wednesday Thursday, Thursday Friday, and Friday Saturday. So here is a list of weekends are here. So as per our company leave, you can select whatever the weekend we have as a holiday. So let's consider this Friday Saturday as holiday. So 7, I select 7 and just simply put press tab, and also I going to use these 2 dates also as my holidays. So it comes 261. So this is how we can calculate the total number of working days, even if it is an international holiday or a Saturday or a Sunday. So this will exclude these kind of holidays and will give the total number of working days of a particular between a particular dates. So here and the last but not the least on date and time function is how can we format a particular date and a time function. So if we have a list of dates here, 13 07 2020, and I'm going to just drag it down, and here I want to list whether days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday only. I don't need a date. I have a date like 13/7/2020, and I want to know whether this particular day is a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, like that. So what I have to do is equals this will result at the same, right? The same. So I am going to format this particular cell. So under this home tab we have a format. We have already learned about how to format cells. Now from that option you have to select this. So here we have a filter options like these, 14/3/2012, 14 March 2012, all this. But my requirement is only to filter the day, like Wednesday. We have a for a format like Wednesday 14 March 2012, but we need only the Wednesday, right? So we don't have any option like that. So from our side we have to custom this. So here you can see that DDMMYY option, DD-MMM-YY, DD-MM. So here also we don't have an option like this. So what I'm going to do is just going to delete this type option, and I'm going to add DDDD. So as you can see that while you add DD, it retrieve the date, but I need whether it is a Monday, Sunday, like that. So I'm going to add one more day. So here you can see as a sample it will illustrate month, but I need Monday, so I'm giving DDDD. So this is how we can customize. So when I drag it down, it will give the corresponding day of this date: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So this is how we can custom or format the date and time function. Okay, so here comes the end of date and time function. I hope you all got the idea on how to deal with the date and time function. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.